Hello boys, Cool Yoshi here, and welcome back to my Pokémon Shield blind playthrough. We're playing for the entire game only using Sobble, also known as Inteleon, also known as the best. I hope to change that name near the end of the walkthrough, oh well, but he's still the best anyways. We found out in the last episode that Chairman Rose is evil, and now we're going to go with Hops to stop him. So, we have entered the actual building now. This is taking ages. What? I don't think we're at the roof yet. Why haven't we stopped? Oh, yep, there's opponents to face. You two are gym challengers, aren't you? Thanks for taking part in the Galar Region League's gym challenge. Yeah, I'm afraid that doesn't give you the right to interfere in our work. We'll drive you out to protect the many subsidiary companies housed here in Rose Tower. Behold, the glorious high-tech elevators of the Rose Tower, able to withstand Pokemon battles. They are constructed by the subsidiary Macrocosmos Construction. Okay, now we're in our Pokemon battle yet. We're gonna take this guy out first, obviously. Because it's probably the easier turret. Let's see. Yeah. Much easier than a tanky Bronzong would be. Keep in mind, if I faint during these multi-battles with Hop, he can actually take out the last opponent for me and win the battle for me. If I've been defeated, I have little choice but to respectfully retreat. Yet I must ask once more that you please do not interfere with Chairman Rose's work. The elevators in Rose Tower are constructed so that need a floor ascends, but that presents some danger, thus the presence of these walls constructed of light. You can thank Macrocosmos Construction for providing this wonderful technology as well. And they're gone. Right, so the folks working in the tower can elevator from outside at any time. We're just trying to get to the top already. Our teams have been working themselves ragged for us. Let us heal them all up. Thank you. So of course we get free heals in between each battle. We got a little bit higher, but still not at the top. Oh, now they're coming from there. Rose Tower is almost 1,000 feet tall. You're now about 500 feet above the ground. I'm from MC Insurance. Do you have a life insurance policy? How about we're just going to battle you? That's what we're gonna do. These Macrocosmos trainers. Who is Macrocosmo anyways, and what does he want with our Pokemon? Honestly. Now the steel type on the right side is something that Double can't really deal with, so I'm gonna actually take this out first, since I could actually one-hit either of them. I over-leveled up quite a bit in the last episode. Went from like 59 to 73 instantly. I was just going for a level 70, and I gained a couple of extra levels off of the stuff. I did say I allowed gliding. Later on, maybe the next time I do this, I'll try and do it without catching a single Pokemon, potentially. Of course, I found out that I had to catch Pokemon anyways, so I'll probably still have that rule in then. Because there's one spot where you have to catch Pokemon no matter what. The only game you can reliably beat without catching Pokemon is Sun and Moon. And as a result, the game is actually pretty hard when played on that mode. Of course, that's a 3DS game, so that's going to be very hard to court, so I don't think I'm going to do that. All my 3DS games are kind of just done normally whenever I want to. You're nearly to the top, but you will not be meeting the chairman. I got no fear, lights. I work high in the skies doing my job for the lofty macrocosmos there. So this is like the gauntlet. Okay, this target's pretty easy. Stunfisk is a really annoying opponent that will defeat me almost instantaneously if I let it get an electric move off on me, so we have to use a super effective move to take it out right away. Even though it might have been a Galarian Stunfisk, I think it's still electric ground. I think it just changed it a little bit. Now, if I had Surf from one of the other moves, this would be so much quicker, because I could actually take out 2 Pokemon at the exact same time every time that I use an attack. Which would actually be kind of broken, and I think they actually probably removed Surf just because it was a really busted move for playing for the game normally. It just did a lot of damage and made water-type Pokemon so destructive. Don't you presume to meet the chairman. You're not on the same level as such a great man. You must know that in high rises such as this one, the higher you go, the more important the people you find working there. Chairman Rose is at the top of the top. Not just of this tower, but all of Galar. And a free heal. Looks like we're nearly there, mate. Look sharp. Let's do this. We already battled Hobbs the last time. That was on the Vitriol, so we have to get at the end. And we made it to the top, and we're inside a little dome of some sorts. Welcome to Chairman Rose's exclusive space, here nearly 1,000 feet above the earth. So you got through all the special staff I had ordered to stop you. I would expect nothing less than the traitors handpicked by Champion Leon himself. But I'm afraid that it is now time for you to go home. Because I will not allow anyone to disturb the great Chairman Rose. You shall be the first, Koyoshi. Yeah, this is a boss battle right here. If I beat you to pieces, then a champion will have no one to battle and will thus lose heart. In that state, he'll listen to anything the chairman says. Oh my gosh, she looks extremely mad. That's a ghost type to start out with. I'm not ready for this, but looks like she's not really that high level either. We're just going to do the snipe shot trick again. We'll defeat, I believe, I'm gonna defeat 3 opponents using this cheat move, and then I'm going to defeat the last 2 using my, Eshilu. My, how cheeky to do such a thing as to hurt my partner. Yeah, Alina's definitely angry at me for something. Now, thankfully, we already fought Tisserina back in the other areas, so now we know that we have to use Icicle Spear on it, so let's go ahead and do that. Pretty much any grass type is kind of annoying to deal with. Thankfully, this one just wants to use its flying moves on me. Acrobatics is actually a really strong move if you actually use it on a flying type, because it gets really powerful when you don't have an item on your Pokemon. I could have probably went through the resist, but I'd rather not. This is the evolution of Salandit. I remember this from Alola, and this one is fire type. Even if she somehow takes best down really low, I'm still gonna be able to do stuff really well. Oh, Milotic. Great. Another water type. We might do a double up with this one, actually. We'll see. Milotic is an extremely tanky Pokemon. I'm doubt I'm going to take it out in 1 hit, so I'm going to take this first hit on purpose to see what he uses. Thankfully, he's an idiot and just used Aqua Wing instead. Now we'll be able to use the Dynamax to use Max Geyser, which will set up our moveset perfectly. To use that. Remember, these last 3 turns, which means you get 1 turn to take out at least 2 Pokemon. And the last Pokemon that you take out, you fight as a giant anyway, so it is pretty good. Okay, easy to it. Alright. Let's see here. This is my last Pokemon. Seriously? Alina's gotta finish this. Ooh, Garbodor. Classic one. Too bad it's just a poison type. Fiend looks tanky. Oh yeah, I always forget. I think I'll treat you specifically a Gigamax at Rose Tower, eh? Hey, that's what you're going to do. Okay, now that actually looks really... That's a really cool design, actually. I like that. Almost all of the Gigamax Pokemon look super cool. It turns another of my silly-looking Pokemon into a much more iconic one. But it's dead anyway, so we're alright. Pretty cool that we had to battle the boss using Gigamax Pokemon. I wasn't able to win. Alina, you really are a hopeless woman. Arg, this is inexcusable. What was I thinking? Any gym challengers who made it this far would be no pushover. Under normal circumstances, I would have tried to delay you further. However, all the necessary wishing stars have been collected. Do as you wish. There is nothing to be done now. Typical Yoshi, you and Inteleon are unstoppable. Everything I did to further the chairman's own goals. Leon, we discussed this 100 times already, and still you fail to understand what's at stake. You who is supposed to be our champion. I think I understand well enough. What I don't understand is why we ought to cancel tomorrow's tournament in order to solve a problem that's 1,000 years away from affecting any of us. What difference is one day going to make? My duty as champion isn't this madness. It's to carry out that championship match. That's what Galar wants, and that what I want. We've all been looking forward to for so long. No, you don't understand. You still don't understand a thing. Look around us, Leon. Look at the Galar region stretched before us. And I know that the energy required to keep this brilliant glittering world alive will be exhausted a millennium from now. People of Galar today will no longer even exist. Galar wants today hardly matters. The future is more important than just one day. We must act as quickly as we possibly can. We must take action in order to avert tragedies, so that all can look forward to a better future. In 1,000 years? Fine, look, I think understand your concerns, Chairman. Give my word that I'll help you with your plans just as soon as tomorrow's match is over. Lee? You never showed when you were supposed to, so I got worried that something had happened. Piers and Marnie and all those Team Yellow oddballs, they all helped us out to get here. I must apologize to you, Hop, if we made you worry at all. There are times when adults just can't seem to have an honest discussion with one another. Sometimes their pride just gets in the way. Never mind any of this, Kiliyoshi. Let's head back to the hotel and we'll all grab dinner tonight. Better, yeah? It's on me, so you can order whatever you fancy. What am I doing? If you'll excuse us, Chairman Rose, I do hope you'll watch tomorrow's match. It'll be sure to be one for the history books. One for the history books? You still don't understand, young champion. We know I'm going to change the course of history. Yeah, it looks like he might be evil, but we don't know. Well, he doesn't seem evil. I think he's just trying to make sure that Galar stays alive, actually, but we don't know. Next evening, we have a special thing. This is it. Did you get enough sleep? You and your team are the ones battling, but I had Butterfree in my stomach since I woke up. Challenge you, Kiliyoshi. House will be starting shortly. I'm here to escort you to the stadium. What's all this? Didn't you learn your lesson yesterday? If you need another helping of Hop and his trusty Cinderace, I'll be happy to give you one. No, wait, please. I'm not like those other league staff. I'm a good one, if I may say so myself. I heard about what happened yesterday. Miss Alita can be a little extreme in her desire to assist the chairman with his goals, I'm afraid. Seems she was cultivating her own group of league staff in secret to be deployed for, well, things like that typical last night. But you no need to worry about today's staff. All of us are here for the right reasons. But that's what she says. Guess we trust her then, yeah? Kiliyoshi, let's go. I can't wait another minute. Do you like me to show you the way to Wyndham Stadium? Well, wait a minute. Understood. The only thing I want to do is save and make sure my healing's good. Okay, yeah, I got a free heal just like I thought. Okay. Now let's be on our way. Kiliyoshi. Whew! We're finally at the champion bout. This is it, here at Wyndham Stadium, the greatest stadium in all of Galar. We're gonna show everyone the greatest battle ever made and set the world on fire. So get yourself checking. Okay. Whew! Honestly, man. We're gonna start the save from this point rather than the second point so that we fit. Since you're on your way for the semi-finals, you must face off against the gym leaders in the finals. And they won't be holding back. Whoever makes this through this final bracket will win the right to challenge the champion. So are you ready to go to the locker room now? Yes, straight away. Then I'll show you the way. All the gym leaders again? Really? I thought this was an easy thing. Alright. I saved a couple of times to make sure, but I'm guessing we're all in now. Is this supposed to be the gauntlet? It probably goes without saying, but hello, Galar, I'm Champion Leon. The chairman is tied up with some business, so I hope no one minds. To lead you all to greatest heights as Pokemon trainers of Roland Hagen, the time has come for you to battle it out until only the greatest challenger remains. On behalf of the channel, allow me to say, let the finals match begin. Wait, you. Bede is interrupting. Who's that? A moment, if I may. Does anybody here even remember me? I am Bede, the challenger who was forced to withdraw from the gym challenge. Bede, he's the challenger endorsed by the chairman Rose himself. I have a score to settle with Champion Kuliyoshi here. I learned that this is against the rules, but I must ask nonetheless. Let me battle her. I'll stake my career as a challenge spell. If I lose, I'll retire from being a trainer. One unexpected turn of events. Former Challenger Bede has come for one last spell. We are currently debating on what to do with Challenger Bede. To all our viewers, both here in the stadium and home in front of the TV, we ask that you all please be patient. I know this is ridiculous of me, but I had to say something, do something. Ever since you showed up, everything I'd done has gone wrong. It was Alina who asked me to gather witching stars for the chairman, but then the chairman himself disowned me. And then that strange old lady comes out of nowhere and drags me into a boot camp on fairy-type Pokemon. Do you have any idea what I've been through, covered in pink, dealing with quizzes, and battling with fairy-type Pokemon every day? And here I am, pouring my heart out to you, when I've never lost a cool before. We reached a decision, ladies and gentlemen. The champion himself has accepted Bede's sudden interruption. Is the champion showing his love by giving every trainer a chance to go stronger, or is it a trial for Challenger Kuliyoshi? My will hasn't been broken yet. To be fair, I kind of accepted this. Bede literally appeared for like 50% of the game now. And now he's going to appear to me as the fairy-type leader now. But he's still weak as always. We face too much to quit now. We got no choice but to win. We're pretty high again. I'm gonna go for the strategy I did before. Just to add a little bit of fun to the thing, we're gonna actually try and beat some of the fights without even using a single item. I think that'd be cool. Okay. The Ice Rapidash again. Well, actually, it's not Pony. It used to be a Ponyta, now it's a Rapidash. Okay. This is where we start using our Dynamax Pokémon here. Or Dynamaxing our Pokémon, rather. I'm just gonna call it Dynamax from now on, that's what I'm more familiar with. This is mostly just to set up the rain, just so that I can get an extra little bit of damage in on the last Pokemon. We can also go to Max Hailstorm if we need to. Okay. Tisk, what's with that calm expression? Think you're going to win? Hatronine. I have never seen this before. Looks like a fairy type. We'll show you truly great, Pink. It's time for my Hatronine to Gigamax. So now he's Dynamax, he is Pokemon too, eh? That seems fair. I'm still blind, by the way. I still don't know if there's going to be ability up. Okay, good. He's not immune to water types, so we've got this one in the bag. Beaver's actually pretty easy again. Freaking Inteleon just destroys him. My goodness. I couldn't win, but at least I was able to show everyone how great fairy types are. Well, I lost. Looks like Challenger Bede was no match for Challenger Kuliyoshi and his trusted team. Hey Bede, that was some match. Don't retire, just restart your career. But this isn't what I planned. If I was able to defeat you, then everything would be fine. Even if I lost, I was going to use retiring as an excuse to get away from that old lady. You just keep messing up my plans. Well, if everyone cheer me on like this, I have no choice but to continue my training as the fairy-type gym leader. Though I suppose with my talents, I'll be able to overtake Miss Opal in no timing. Stadium is filled with voices cheering on these two young trainers. Now, Challenger Kuliyoshi, please head to the locker room so that you can rest up from that unexpected match. Ever surprising for Challenger Bede to barge in like that. In any case, once you're ready, please enter onto the pitch. The finals are about to begin. So now we get to do the cheats again. In case anybody isn't new, this game for some reason does not have Elite Four, where you basically have to fight them all in a row like it did before. It literally, well, I actually haven't even gotten to that part yet, but at least for these battles, we can technically heal in between these by heading out of the locker room. So if anyone thinks you could just go into the area and battle them again immediately, you don't have to. You can always go out here to heal first. This is mostly for PP reasons, but it could be for something else. You never know. If the champion ends up coming up, I'm going to use 1x attack and 1 special minimum on him before I face him, because he's going to have the secondary starter, of course. We'll do what we did before. We're going to save our progress in here, and we're going to head onto the pitch right away. Time for waiting is over. The finals of the Champion Cup are about to begin. The two trainers to face each other in the first battle of the first round are a trainer endorsed by the champion himself, Challenger Kuliyoshi. Our opponent is, the water type. Raging Wave, the master of water types, Nessa. I can tell you've grown far stronger since you faced me in Hallbury Stadium. I've got to hand it to our undefeated champion. He's got a proper eye for talent too. But if you're not the champion, and you're not the champion, and you'll never become the champion either. Do you want to know why? It's because I, Nessa, am gonna defeat both you and Leon. I'm not going to underestimate you again. I'll use Dynamax to wash you out to sea and beyond the horizon. This music, by the way. I still don't know. Sonia might be disappointing, but I'm going to wash your team away. That's what you're trying to do, Ray? I don't think so. We're gonna use a special attack this time around since it's her we're trying to deal with, but... Ooh. I think that was actually a flinching move anyways. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I just remembered, too. This is Glycopod. I remember this guy from, I believe, competitive Sun move. This guy was a really annoying Pokemon to deal with because you can actually set it up so that his first impression deals a ton of damage. He's not water, though. I think he's actually dark, but still, that was pretty crazy. Yeah, and we're still pretty new to this, so yeah, we're gonna figure out if they have Water Absorb or not. I think Seaking used to have Water Absorb, and now it doesn't, or this particular one doesn't have Water Absorb. Might have removed it, I don't know. This one I'm probably gonna wait until the last minute to Dynamax the Pokemon. Now, even though the moves are not very effective, those are still stronger than any other move that I have in the game, so I kind of have no choice but to attack her with that and hope for the best. Wait a minute, Pepper definitely has Water Absorb, doesn't it? I'm not gonna fall for Pepper's Water Absorb trick. We're gonna use Ice Spear on it, even though it's a little bit sore. Pepper is one of the many ones I actually remember having Water Absorb. But we'll see. Okay, so now it just gave himself a speed increase. Well, actually, I don't know. It may not. Actually, wait, it didn't have it before. Yeah, it doesn't have it. Looks like I'm down to one last Pokemon. I've been saving the best for last. The crowd does a really interesting chant when, the last Pokemon comes out, which I think is pretty interesting. You can also see a Pokemon guy in the background. Flood the stadium, make it our ocean. Dreadmont, time to Gigamax. Pepper gave me a free water-type attack, so that means that I get to use it for free on this Dreadnought. So, anyways, there's that something I never forgot to tell you guys about is there's this Pokeball guy on that little screen in the background, and he has two animations, one for cheering on when your Pokemon gets low, and a little fall down animation when the opponent's Gigamax Pokemon is defeated in battle, as well as one when you Dynamax your Pokemon. Oh, and that as well, they cheer for you. You had no problem handling our surging might. It's no wonder that you won. And the winner is Cleoshi. She defeated Nessa during the gym challenge, as now has pulled it off again. You and your Pokemon are just too much. Even with my Dynamax partner, you weathered our waves and stood firm. Now I think about it, Sonia was saying something about how amazing you were. I wish I had paid more attention to what she was talking about. I bet everyone in Galar's got their eyes on you now. You defeated my team, so you've got ought to ride that current all the way to the end. Now don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. The second battle of the first round will begin shortly. These are the results of the first round. Interesting, so I didn't actually look at it, but we have to face 2 more gym leaders before we actually face the real deal. It's hard to know which strategy I use, but I think I'm gonna do another free heal after... Oh, wow, it actually free healed us anyways, even though we die. Dude, if it actually does free heal us between every single battle, then this is gonna be probably the easiest challenge of all time. It's never done that before. I will admit, the endgame has actually been kind of easy. Even if I would have went in, I would have still been 7 levels ahead of this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're already at the second match of the finals. Of the 4 main challengers, which 2 will be left for the last match? If you're tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, we've witnessed quite a surprise during the finals here at this Champions Cup as the former gym challenger Bede stormed the stage. Kuriyoshi was having none of it. This year's top challenger made quick work of him before washing away gym leader Nessa. Now, to take her on, here comes gym leader Alistair, the boy known far and wide as a silent school-aged star. Oh, we have Alistair. I'm Alistair. You look well. I remember you. You were the strongest gym challenger I had, or so I reckon we should battle. Okay, we shouldn't need the specials for this guy this time. But we do have to deal with a Dusknoir. That's a little bit tougher. I remember having a little bit of annoying time. Everyone's looking. I want to hide, but I'll fight. Okay, then. Yeah, it does actually heal our special moves, so we literally get infinite healing for the rest of the game. I'm definitely ready to take this on. This Dusknoir was actually weaker than the one I battled in the wild. I actually found a wild one that was like level 60 or something. It was actually pretty crazy. I didn't show you that on the stream, of course. I mean, yeah. So, Protect is not gonna really even matter then. I'm not worried about PP if I'm just gonna get free healed at all. I like how I still stocked those kinds of items, assuming I would need it, because you used to need them a lot, but yeah. It doesn't look like I need them though. So this is literally just using Snipe Shot over and over and over again. Now I know the champion's gonna have 2 Pokemon. He's gonna have a Charizard and he's gonna have this starter that counters my starter, which is the grass type one. I know that one. When I saw this Pokemon for the first time, the first thing I thought of was Corsola. And the fact that it actually changed the U to an R to a U in here just shows that this is, ooh, my very last Pokemon. How lonely, how frightening. My apologies for saying that later. Okay, what was I about to say? First time I saw Corsola, that actually looks pretty interesting. Basically the Galarian Corsola, but they changed the name to Corsola instead. I like what they did. Pretty cool. The game definitely has the best music I've ever seen in a Pokemon game in a while. I definitely like that they brought back the gym battles at least. Gengar, Gigantamax. Swallow everything in darkness. Yeah, I definitely like that they did that. And Gengar's Gigantamax is probably like one of the best ones. The fact that he has to come up from the showers and open up his mouth is actually really cool. It almost makes me want to get a Gengar myself. Just for that. That looks really cool, not gonna lie. The only thing I'll do now, I guess, is save between each battle. Maybe my mask kept me from seeing just how strong you really are. Challenger Kuliyoshi has done it again. What a performance. She sails right through. Crumbs. That was ace. Go give it your best shot out there. I'm mad about strong trainers. Our seemingly unstoppable challenger is headed for the final round, but who will she meet here? Would be I pass on Dynamaxing Piers or the Dragon Lord himself, Rayhan. The next match will decide it, so don't go far from your screens. These are the results of the second round. We are facing off against Rayhan again. Contender Rayhan gloriously defeated contender Piers. So, Rayhan is back at it again. Sis, you shouldn't be forcing your way in here. Sorry, Kuliyoshi. I thought my bro could get revenge for me, but then he lost to Rayhan. You look so snappy out there that people are gonna think we're both weak because we're related. You got it wrong, sis. Rayhan's just that strong. Was able to show everyone in the audience how amazing a proper battle without using Dynamax could be. Alright, I get it, but that's exactly why I wanted you to win. I still thought it was a brilliant battle, though. I'm counting on you to win, Kuliyoshi. Got that? I'll be cheering for you. Sorry to come in a chin wag just before the final match. Rain's waiting for you on the pitch. We're looking forward to a right good battle. Okay, I assume the heal goes through with every single battle now, so I'm not too worried anymore. We'll just save here and head on to the pitch to start our final battles. So this is it. We're going to the end, or at least defeating the champion. I didn't expect the game to end this quickly. That last thing didn't actually take that long. Here it is, the last match of the finals. Who will earn the right to challenge the unbeatable champion, Leon? Would be the brilliant rising star challenger Kuliyoshi, or will be the only trainer that champion Leon calls his rival, tamer of dragons, Rayhan. You're really something else, kid. You made it all the way here. I guess that's why the champion self-endorsed you, yeah. Leon's my rival, and he chose you, so I gotta first prove I'm better than you. Beat him. I've reworked my whole team, and now we're all geared up for one-on-one battles. Okay, it's no longer a double battle, eh? You might be thinking that you beat me once already, but if you think I'm the same Rayhan you faced during the gym challenge, you'll soon regret it. I guess that is fair. Rayhan is the best gym leader, and I think he's actually the one that faced the gym leader, no, the champion originally. What I think is really interesting is that he doesn't even use one of his dragons right away. Instead, he has a Torkoal to start off with. That's true. It gets the sunlight burning real harsh. Oh. Yeah, you have something to say about it, boy? Okay then. Well, use an extra attack. Let's see what you think of this. This is probably another one that I'm going to use early. Oh, wow, I didn't know that he had Solar Beam. Now you tell me he has Solar Beam. Solar Beam is one of the strongest grass moves. Well, we're just gonna take him out anyway. I don't want to Dynamax too early, obviously, but I have to get rid of that thing somehow. Is that the only Pokemon that has Sour Bean? I don't know. Either way, these Pokemon are gonna start resisting me, and I'm not ready for it. Okay, well, that puts a lot of pressure off of me. Guja is actually a really good tank. Here comes the rain. Feel its coldness soak into your body. Oh my gosh. Rayon's doing it again, man. He's changing the weather on me, trying to mess me up. Dude, the ice one actually did way more damage than I thought. I'm glad I used the thing. I should have known Gudra would be that tough. I know it was a dragon, but I thought it was water dragon, so I thought I actually resist. Okay, this one I know is ground dragon. Let me guess, it probably has the... Oh, okay. He doesn't have Gigalith this time. Okay, well now Flygon just gets wrecked in one hit. I'm glad that I waited a while to do the level up. Then we have Turtonator again. You know what, I'm not gonna take him out at the same thing either. I have to change my mind midway through because I figure since I have rain up already, I don't need to put the rain up. Thanks, Rayon, for helping me out. You do realize I'm the great Hayon, right? I'll be the one to beat Leon, so first I'll beat you. Okay, so now it actually tells me which is effective. We're gonna have to go to Max Hailstorm this time. We have an X attack to make up for if it's not special, so we're going to use this. Which means this is going to be our first time we are using Max Hailstorm. So I guess that makes Icicle Skier a lot better than it seems at first. Bring the storm, my partner will send everyone in the stadium flying. I'm guessing that thing before I had a lot of resistance. I don't want to even know what it looks like. I'd rather just take it out of the ice tape. Okay. We went first. Oh, this is the one with that big ice ball. I like that. Which is gonna change the weather on him to hail. No, not bad changing the weather to hail like that. We have to actually deal with one of his attacks, but it's the steel move, so it's not gonna do anything to us. Opposing Duron's defense rose, eh? Hopefully that then doesn't mess up the damage of this. Nope. Okay, he's dead in 2 turns. I will admit, Rayon did do a little bit better than the other challengers for him. Losing in the finals is pretty rough, but I suppose I better take a quick shot to remember it by. Andrew Kuliyoshi seizes victory. My lovely Pokemon and I have become much stronger than we were before, but you just blew right past us, beyond anything I'd imagined. I'm still pretty young myself, but it goes to show that there's always someone younger coming up, reaching further than you've ever dreamed, and you've got your whole future ahead of you. Keep up the momentum, prove that Leon's not unbeatable. Number 07, Challenger Kuliyoshi has achieved a dazzling triumph. The challenger who was endorsed by the champion will now face the very man who endorsed her. I'm just looking up there. Alright, the big moment's finally here, eh? I came just to cheer you on, you know. Still, it's not easy picking sides. After all, it's the showdown between my big brother and my rival. Who should I really want to win more? But you reckon I should cheer for Kuliyoshi too, don't you? Couldn't agree more. After all, we did start this thing out together way back in Postwick. So you better beat Lee, you hear? If anyone could beat the unbeatable champion, it's you, mate. Now, Champion Leon's the only one I know well, because I know he has at least one grass type, which is the starter, of course, which is going to be kind of tough. And I also know he's going to have, his big Charizard. That's another thing that I remember. Probably, Rayurl and Charizard. But we'll see. Save there just to make sure my thing was healed, and thankfully I do get a free heal. So we're gonna go in. So this is the final battle of the game. This will probably take me to the credits, which means if I beat this, I beat the whole challenge. The tense, still air on the pitch, and the exact opposite from the audience cheering and yelling. They're both fantastic, wouldn't you say? But remember, the audience is also a bit cruel. They want nothing more than to see one of us lose, after all. It can fill you with fear knowing that, but I absolutely love pushing past the fear. I love giving it everything I got as a trainer and seeing my team give everything they got to seize our victory. It's the greatest feeling in the world, and I can't get enough of it. I can feel my partners itching with anticipation inside their Pokeballs. We're gonna have a real champion time. I'm the Galar region's champion, Leon. Me and Charizard and all the rest of the team will use all of our knowledge and experience to crush you completely. That's what they always say. He kind of almost reminds me of Lance from the original game. Wait, hold on. Hey, look at the monitor. What is that on the big screen? Hell there, Leon and Kuliyoshi, just letting you know. I think it's time I brought about the darkest day, for the sake of Galar's future, of course. In a bit of a pickle. The energy released by the Darkest J is too much for us to contain. Like I didn't see that coming. I'm sorry, Exodus, but you who forced my hand, Leon, you refused to listen. So it trolled us again. Like, this is the second time we've been cut out of our mouth. Lee! Kuliyoshi. That video stream, that was from Hammerrock Stadium, right? What in the world did the chairman do? I don't know. But everything he was saying yesterday, did he really pull this crazy stunt to solve some problem 1,000 years in the future? I've got to go see what's going on. I'm the champion. I have to go. Should have realized what the chairman intended to do before it came to this. I'm taking responsibility now for fixing this mess. This is the real champion's time. But Lee, you're terrible at directions. What if you get lost along the way? I want to help my brother, Kuliyoshi. I got to. But I can't even manage to beat you, so what sort of help could I ever be? You can help. Easy for you to say. Hold the phone. Chairman was talking about the darkest day. That's that thing where the sky went all dark once, ages and ages ago, right? What does he mean he's bringing that about? And where did we even hear that name? Back in Mistaki. The statue of the hero in Mistaki. Sonia said something back then, didn't she? Though it turned out to be wrong, since there were actually two heroes and all that. Still, those two managed to bring an end to the darkest day with the Sword and Shield Pokemon. When you fought the Pokemon might still be sleeping somewhere, though, right? We should try and find them, Kuliyoshi, but where to start looking? Back in the Slumbering World. That's it, Kuliyoshi. I'm sure it's gotta be in the Slumbering World. Now, losing you tried to fight off that day, it must have been one of the Pokemon that are supposed to be sleeping there. Let's head to the Slumbering World. If we're lucky, we might find something that can help. I'm glad I actually triggered that cutscene early. I actually had enough time to beat Leon and everything. Huh? Koyoshi and Hop? I completely forgot about the championship match. What are you two doing here? And you two been watching the news as all? The tournament is off, Sonia. The chairman saw to that, to sending the entire region into a state of havoc. Huh? What? What happened while I was researching things in the submarine world? Well, for starters, there's a great big storm or something raging over Hammerlock Stadium. What are they calling it? The Darkest State? It's throwing everything into disarray. Still, I'm sure we don't need to worry too much. The unbeatable champion will be able to take care of everything, won't he? Hold on a tick, ma'am. Did you say the Darkest State? Darkest State is the name for that black storm that nearly brought the Galar region to ruin in ancient times. So what are you here for, Koyoshi? I'm here to stop it. Just stop the Darkest State. You're gonna search for the Sword and Shield Pokemon? Okay, here, take this. You should head to the submarine world. I'll catch up with you once I'm done. Do something that's been bothering me. All that matters is that you do what you can. You've become a fine Pokemon trainer after all. Ready for this, Koyoshi? I wonder if we're about to head straight into a wall of fog again. Not if it'll bother us now. We've both grown loads stronger and so have our Pokemon. To the forest after Ruler that day, that was the start of everything, wasn't it? A legendary beginning, really. I reckon whatever we are about to see will be pretty legendary itself. Let's head in and add another page to our tale. Still free heal dust, but this is a very good time to end up the episode. Yet another wrench into our plans. Our champion battle has been delayed yet again. As expected, they would never let you battle the champion without catching a legendary Pokemon. Still, I kind of almost believed them for a second, but to be fair, I kind of actually expected this, because since I did read the storyline, I kind of knew what was coming. Chairman Rose was evil, and now he's brought about the Darkest Day. Can we stop it? With only Inteleon. Leave a like if you enjoyed, guys. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.